I'd rather say it is a mentalism effect. And the best part is, it is extremely easy to do. Even a beginner can perform this mentalism effect in no time. And there is audience participation. It has all the good points of a good mentalism effect. Hello everybody, I'm Kaushik Biswas. You are watching my channel Kaushik Biswas Magic. Every week I'm uploading several magic and mentalism tutorials on this channel. So if you have come for the first time, or if you still haven't subscribed to my channel, I'll request you, please support me by subscribing my channel. If you like this video, please strike the like button, share this video with your friends, and write in the comments how you enjoyed this tutorial and how your spectators enjoyed this mentalism effect. Also, don't forget to strike the bell icon for new upload notifications. Without much ado, let me perform this trick for you first, and then I'll take you step by step into how to do this. So this is how it looks from the audience perspective. You invite a spectator to help you in this particular test. Let us assume that a spectator is seated beside you and you show him two decks of cards, one red and one blue. You ask the spectator to choose any one of the decks. Let us assume that the spectator chooses the blue deck, so you hand this over to him and you say that I am going to place the red deck aside for the time being. Now you take out the cards from his deck, all the cards, making sure that there is nothing inside, and you give the deck a quick cut, and then you hand this over to the spectator. The spectator holds the deck and you ask him to cut anywhere, and then look at the next card. I'm going to show it to the camera also so that you can remember. He looks at the next card. It is 10 of spades and it is turned face up. It doesn't matter if you look at the card, because it is not that sort of a trick where you are going to find out his selected card. So it is turned face up and the remaining cards are dropped on top and the deck is squared perfectly. It is placed on your mat or on the table. Now you tell the spectator that you had a premonition and you placed a single card, one card that came to your mind at a very strategic point in this deck of cards, this red deck of cards. So saying, you take out all the cards from the red deck, making sure that there is nothing inside, and you put them side by side. You can hand this over to the spectator, but in this case, since I'm the only person here, I have placed them side by side and I'm going to deal the cards simultaneously. So you start dealing the cards like so, turning them face up, and you point this out that these cards do not match. So it is 8 of spades, it is 4 of clubs, they do not match. And you continue doing so. Again, it's a king, it's a 2, so they do not match. And you just keep turning over all the cards like so, and none of the cards match. And that is quite natural, because the deck was shuffled, the blue deck was shuffled, and then the spectator has cut the deck, and it would be impossible if the cards match. They do not match. So you start dealing the cards like so, and none of the cards match until you reach at the face up card that is selected by the spectator here. Now you stop for a moment, you pause for a moment, and you take his selected card and you say that this is the card you chose at random, and this is the card you placed yourself in the deck, and you replaced the remaining cards on top. So it was a random choice and from a random position, and this is the card which is also lying at the same position of the red deck. So you take these two cards and put them side by side and turn over the remaining cards, showing that none of the remaining cards match. No other cards in the deck matches, but these two cards, when they turn over, it is a perfect match. I hope you enjoyed the performance, and this is a really very interesting effect. Just think about it. The spectator cuts the deck anyway, he chooses a card, it is placed face up, and the remaining cards are placed on top, and you take out the red deck. You don't do any sort of sleights of hands or any manipulative moves are there, nothing is there, and you start dealing the cards. Both of you can simultaneously deal the cards, and only two cards match at a particular position, that is a selected card, and the same card on the other part. But you need a little bit of preparation. You need to set up the deck. It is called a mirror setup. By that I mean that you shuffle a blue deck of cards thoroughly and turn it face up like so, and the red deck is ribbon spread on the table. This is the preparation, this is the setup you are doing when there is no spectator. Now here is the top card, which is 9 of spades. So you look for the 9 of spades here, and 9 of spades is here. So you, with your left hand, you turn this face down and you put this face up. So the blue 9 of spades is facing down, and the red 9 of spades is facing up. 2 of diamonds. So you take the 2 of diamonds, and these 2 of diamonds is there. The next card is here, is Queen of Clubs. So Queen of Clubs is taken from the red deck. It is placed face up, and the Queen of Clubs from the blue is facing down. Now what you are doing is you are setting up both the decks in the same order, but the red deck will be in the reverse order to that of the blue deck. So whatever the order of the blue cards are, these cards in the red deck will be in the reverse order. That is called a reverse setup. So it will take not more than 2 to 3 minutes time in order to do it. So this is how I set up, but you can find out a better way of setting up the cards in a mirror setup. So now I have set up both the decks. In the blue deck is in the reverse order to that of the red deck, and you then put them in the tuck boxes, respective tuck boxes. That means the blue deck goes into the blue case and the red deck into the red case. Now you are ready for the performance. As in the performance, the spectator can choose either the red or the blue deck. It really doesn't matter. Let us say that the spectator chooses the blue deck, and you give some false cuts or shuffles. What I do, I just take out a swing cut, only a few cards like so, take another bunch of cards, and then I just place them on top, maintaining a break. So there is a gap. And then I place these cards on the table, take all the cards above the break and put them on top, and the remaining cards goes on top. Now it looks that I'm mixing up the cards, but in reality I'm doing nothing. The deck is in the exact same order as before. Now you hand this over. Don't overdo this. Doing it once is good enough. You hand this over to the spectator. He cuts the deck and turns over one card, in this case the 7 of clubs, and the remaining cards goes on top. It is placed over here. You take out the red deck from its case and without shuffling, without doing anything, you start dealing the cards like so. Now you make it a point that all the cards are mismatched, and that is quite obvious because both are shuffled deck of cards and the spectator himself has cut the blue deck. So it is quite natural that they are not going to match. So you are dealing the cards. And when you come to his face-up selected card, you stop. You ask the spectator to stop and say that that is a card he has chosen and he himself has placed at that position in the blue deck, and it is 7 of clubs. You take that same card in the same position from the red deck and put them both together. Now we are going to reveal these cards later for the grand finale. So you show that the remaining cards also do not match. None of the cards have matched. Now is the time for the grand finale. You show his card and then dramatically turn this card over and they perfectly match. This part is automatic. Only the setup part takes a little bit of time, so give yourself 2 to 3 minutes time in a very lonely place where there is no spectators. Set up the deck and perform this trick and just amaze them. I'm quite sure you'll be enjoying performing this trick and your spectators will be very much amazed to see this. I hope you liked today's tutorial. See you again next time in the next video. Till then, bye bye.